Okay, this is going to be the SOL practice test one third level problems. These are problems that are a little bit more complicated, word problems, etc. I want to show you how to do these. All right, when it says less than, okay, what that means is we're going to do subtraction, okay, but then less than, what less than does is flips the order. Okay, we talked about that a long time ago. So 4 less than half a number. So 1/2 n. So what that's going to do is flip that over. So 1/2 n minus 4, which would be answer B. Okay? All right? All right, it says, let me blow this up, it's a little too small. Okay? It says Travis would like to buy some toys to donate to charity. He buys 9 dolls at D dollars each, two cars at C dollars each, and 3 trains. Write an expression of the total cost. So very simple. All right, 9D plus 2C plus 3T. Okay, because you're adding up the cost, which that one would be that one, which is letter C. Okay. All right. It says Malik can spend no more than $24 to buy peanuts and cashews. He spends $6 a pound for pecans and $3 for cashews. Now the idea here is whatever is first, so pecans, okay, that's your X, cashews is your Y, okay? So $6 for pecans, okay, $8 for cashews, okay? And he can spend no more, represents the number of pounds that he can buy. He can only spend up to 24. So if it's a buy deal, you want to use less than or equal to, okay? So then all I want to do is I want to go into Desmos and type in 3x plus 8y less than or equal to 24, okay? If you click here, that dot's at 3, that dot's at 4, okay? Now, since it's got that line underneath it, but I want the solid line. So if you look at the shading, okay, it's less than, so it's not these two, okay? 3 and 4, this one has the solid line, so that's why that's got to be letter D, okay? All right, number 12, which is not in the domain. So remember, domain is X, range is Y, okay? All right, so my domains here are -2, 0, 1, and 6. My ranges here are 3, 4, 1, and 0, okay? So which element is not an element of the domain? Okay, that would be 4, because I got 1, I got 0, I got -2. All right? Moving on to this, okay? Which describes the range. So what I got to do with that is if I label that, that's -4 over, -4 down. I label this arrow. Since it's a right arrow and going up, it's that. Since it's a left arrow and going up, it's that. So for range, okay, range is Y values, okay? My smallest Y value here is -4. My biggest is infinity. So what does that mean? That means it's got to be greater than or equal to -4. All right, so greater than or equal to -4. If I have the negative infinity, let's say it was something like this with -2 or something, then that would be Y is less than or equal to like -2, okay? Just so for future examples. All right, what is the range when the domain is this? So here is the idea. I got 3x minus 1, and I got -1, 0, and 1. What I want to do is I just want to substitute these numbers into here and calculate, okay? So I'm just going to do 3, and then I'm going to do parentheses, all right, -1, all right, -1. All right, so that first answer is -4. Then all I want to do is go in and replace that with a 0. It's going to be -1. And then replace that with a 1. Okay, and that's going to be 2. Okay, so that answer there would be J. All right, moving on. Okay, all right, what is the expression? Assume the denominator. Okay, I think 9, I think it's C, 3, D, 8. Okay, all right. So what you have to do here, okay, actually I can't really read that very well. Let's blow that up real quick so I can see if I can see it. It's not too hazy. Yeah, I really can't see that. I apologize. Okay, so let's go back to 150. Okay, jeez. So what you have to do, I can't see that number really that well. Let me see if I can pull it up on my tablet. All right, let me pull it up on my tablet. So basically, before I get the numbers, the idea here is I want to divide these numbers and subtract these numbers, okay? So when you have exponent rules, remember the multiply rule is multiply coefficients, add exponents. The division rule is the opposite, okay? All right, divide coefficients, subtract exponents. And then the power rule is power coefficients, okay, subtract exponents. I'm sorry, multiply exponents. Okay, and remember when you have the power rule, all right, that means 2 to the 7th power. Okay. All right, so let me see if I can find out this answer here, or what this question has on it. So please bear with me while I pull it up. Okay, question 47. All right, obviously you can see this better on your screen than I can. All right, 47 has that as, 8. This is an 8. And this is a 9 and a 6, okay? So 18 divided by 9 would be 2. If I subtract that, that would be c to the 5th. And if I subtract that, that's d to the 3rd. Okay, so what that ends up being is that it ends up being answer A. All right. All right. So more exponent rule stuff. Okay. Let me rewrite this a little bit better so we can see. Okay. Now this one, I have to do the power rule, which is 3 power 2. Now, as a reminder, when you do that in the calculator, 3. Use this AB button, 2. Okay, it gives me 9. I want to multiply these guys. -4 times 2 would be -8. Okay, now what I want to do here is this is multiplication. So I want to multiply those and add those. Well, 9 times 5 is 45. If I'm being a good test taker, these are automatically out. Okay, all right, then I want to add those. -8 plus -2. That is going to be -10, okay? Now, what I want to do with that, remember, I want to move this letter underneath to become x to the 10th, okay? Now, if you're being a good test taker, just by getting the 10 there, that should have at least told you it was this one, because the other ones are 14, and that's going to be 45, all right? Okay, number 49, okay? Let f of x equal g of x, compare these statements. Okay, so here's what you have to do with this. Very simple. I'm going to type these into the calculator. Okay, so if I just type x, you don't have to worry about typing the other part. Then I'm going to type 6x minus 1. Okay, all right, and I'm going to take a look at, let me move this up just a little bit. Okay. Now, when I look at this, okay, all right, the first line is the red line. So the black line, I'm sorry, okay? This line, so what happened? This got shifted down, okay, because the y-intercept, what you compare is the y-intercept. Okay, so my y-intercept went from here to here. So this is where it started, this is where it went to, all right? So what happened is it got shifted down, okay? And, all right, it's steeper, okay? So this is steeper, all right? This is flatter, obviously, okay? So it went to both of those, all right? Okay, question 40. This is polynomial division, okay? Now, this is actually a lot easier, all right, than you think, okay? Now, all right, what you can do, okay, this is basically like factoring, okay? I can put this one factor here, and I can put, 3n with a minus 1. I can put this other one, all right, here. Don't worry about the middle. Well, let's think about this. 3 times what, or since it's division, I can do 18 divided by 3 would give me 6, all right? And the only way this would work is if that's an n, all right? Divide this one by this one. 1 divided by negative 1. That gives me negative 1, okay? All right, and if I multiply this out, you'll see those add up to the middle one, okay? So my other factor is 6n minus 1, okay? All right? The only other one I want to show you, all right, is question 38. Okay, question 38, okay, you have to plot a couple of other points here, okay? All right, so the idea here, all right, from here to here, I would go 2 over and 3 up, okay? So with direct variation, what you can assume is that you have a point at 0, 0. So 2 over, 3 up. So watch, 2 over, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 up. 2 over, 1, 2, 3 up. Okay, all right? So those would be the other points there. I wanted to show you that one, all right? And then 39, I'm sorry, that was 30, is that 38? Okay, I guess 39 is on the bottom of that. All right, that was the only other one I wanted to show you. So those are some level 3 based questions. Okay, those are the ones that if you can start getting a few extra of those, that's going to really help you.